and tell your friends. Your friends. Go and testify to your friends. So that through your testimony, they too will come to know me. Hello? That's the purpose of testimony. So that through your testimony, others will come and know Christ. Testimony begets testimony. You know what I'm saying? Testimony begets testimony. You see, when you testify, testimony builds up faith. Testimony what? Builds up faith. When people hear what God has done for them, it builds up their faith too. They can also believe that if God can do this for somebody, He will do it also for me. That is what we testify. To build up the faith of your faith and the faith of others. That what God has done for one, He will do it. That's what we testify in church. Not to promote ourselves, but to promote His kingdom, to promote His power, so that many praise God. Anytime you hear testimony of what God has done for somebody, that testimony, if you believe it, it can happen for you. For instance, someone says, "Oh, I was healed," and if you are sick, when you hear that kind of testimony, if God can heal this person, He can heal me also. That's why anytime we share testimonies, we experience more testimonies. Somebody hear that? Because testimony begets testimony. Anywhere, anytime you share testimony, we experience more testimony. Any church where testimonies are shared constantly, they'll keep on hearing and experiencing more testimonies. Because testimonies begets testimony. Give Him praise. Praise God. And that is why Satan knows that testimony sharing is one of the keys to church growth. Therefore, he always makes people not just testify in church. He wants to close their mouths. It is aware that any church where people share testimonies of the goodness of God, of the power of God, of the miracles of God, that church will keep growing. Therefore, it wants to close the mouth of the members. Says that they shy. Some of you right now, there are things that God has done for you. You refuse to come and testify. May God deliver you today. Yeah. Say, may God deliver you today. Yeah. You hide the testimony. You cover the testimony. Anytime you cover testimony, you are hindering other testimonies from coming to pass in your life. Did you hear what I said? When you cover a testimony of what God has done for you, you block other testimonies. But when you testify of what God has done for you, you open more avenues and channels for God to do more in your life. The more you share your testimonies, the more the testimonies you will enjoy. Somebody hear that? The more you share your testimonies of what God has done for you or for others, the more you will experience His testimonies. Give Him praise. I say, give Him praise. It's important. Tell him, don't let Satan stop you from testifying. The testimony belongs to God. I mean, the miracle belongs to you, but the testimony belongs to God. Say it again. The miracle belongs to me, but the testimony belongs to God. Anytime you refuse to testify, anytime you refuse to testify publicly of what God has done for you, you block the manifestation of that testimony and many other more in your life. How do I know? Jesus healed 10 lepers. How many lepers? 10. How many returned to give Him glory? And what did He say? He said, were they not 10? Where are they 9? Only this unbeliever came back to give, because testimony is giving God the glory. Is giving back God the glory. Anytime you testify of what God has done for you, you are giving God the glory that He deserves. I repeat, anytime you testify of what God has done for you, you are giving back God the glory that He deserves. But anytime God does something for you and He refuses to testify, you are taking His glory. And God said, my glory I will not share with any man. Many of you are sharing God's glory because you refuse to testify of what He has done for you. You cover it, you hide it. You cover it. Don't you know that your testimony testimony can save a soul? Don't you know that your testimony can save somebody's life? I've heard people who were in a terrible condition, and they heard somebody testify, and their faith was restored. Their faith was what? Restored. So God is not happy when his people refuse to testify of what he has done for them, because they are taking his glory. Tell me from today, don't you dare to take God's glory from today. Because God will not say it, because God will not take it lightly with you. The one that came back, he was the one that had perfect healing. His healing was what? Perfected. He was made whole. But the rest of them, they lost their miracle. Anytime God gives you a miracle and you refuse to testify with people, you will lose that miracle. Because you are blocking it. You are saying that God is a liar. It's not doing it. Meanwhile, God is doing, for any Sunday church now, God is doing mighty things in our midst. Mighty things. People's lives are being transformed. People are blessed. But we cover it up. We cover it. Today, I break that yoke in the name of Jesus. I break that demonic yoke in the name of Jesus. Because it's a demonic yoke that does not only touch you. Because Satan is aware anytime you testify of his miracle, many want to come to that place. And some of you are yielding yourself for the devil to use by not testifying. Tell the neighbor to say from today, brother, don't yield yourself to the devil to be used to hinder the move of God in the church by not testifying. Come on, give him praise. Hallelujah. And he departed and began to publish where? I like that. He began to do what? So publish means he started spreading it. He went to spread it. Some say spread.